Today, I'm critiquing Jeff Bezos' workout plan. I'll be giving it a definitive, lazy, shredded efficiency score based on the 3 criteria that matter the most to high-level professionals. If you're a high-level executive looking to get in shape, you'll learn the high-leverage steps to avoid his expensive mistakes. I'm Dominic Speer, the systems over willpower guy, leading a health concierge for traveling executives. We help leaders from the world's largest companies build the health, presence, and peak performance they need with a system built around their life. Let's get into the audit.
What's your exercise routine, just to linger on that? How much you curl? I mean, what are we talking about here? That's all I do at the gym, so
That's funny real quick, because when you see newbies at the gym, it's always the bicep curl they do. But they don't realize that it's not the bicep that makes an insane physique. But yeah, that's a side point.
Routine, on a good day, I do about half an hour of cardio, and I do about 45 minutes of weightlifting,
Interesting. Cardio before weightlifting. I'll touch on that later.
Just training of some kind, mostly weights. I have a trainer who, I love, who pushes me, which is really helpful. I'll be like, he'll say, Jeff, do you think can we go up on that weight a little bit? And I'll think about it, and I'll be like, no, I don't think so.
That's funny. By the way, I've never heard Jeff Bezos speak much, or not that I remember or recall, and he doesn't come across as masculine as I thought, but just an interesting observation.
And he'll look at me and say, yeah, I think you can. And of course he's right. Yeah, and so it's helpful to have somebody push you a little bit.
But almost every day you do that.
I do almost every day.
Almost every day. Interesting too.
Do a little bit of cardio and a little bit of weightlifting, and I rotate. I do a pulling day and a pushing day and a leg day. It's all pretty standard stuff.
To recap, in short, it sounds like he does about 30 minutes of cardio daily before lifting. Then he does about 45 minutes of weightlifting. He did say almost every day, which makes sense with the split he's doing, which is a push-pull legs, and he probably does that twice, and that makes it 6 days a week. Now let's get into the juicy stuff. Let's critique this workout plan based on the lazy shredded efficiency score. The 3 criteria of the lazy shredded efficiency score is number 1, minimal time investment. Number 2 is science-backed intensity. And number 3 is chaos-proof systemization. The efficiency score, in short, is a strategic filter for high-level professionals, executives who don't have time to waste and constantly deal with chaos and unpredictability. So let's grade his routine against the lazy shredded efficiency score. First, minimal time investment. He says he does about 45 minutes, 6 days a week. That is a lot of time. More than, if I do the math, okay, I got there eventually. That is about 4.5 hours. That's not horrible, but the lazy shredded efficiency score needs to be, or the workout needs to be under 3 hours a week. So, failure. I want to say that it's totally fine, but it's not necessary. And if you don't have the time, then I would not recommend going with the split he currently has. Next, science-backed intensity. One big problem I immediately saw, and you heard me comment on that when I was watching the video, is he does cardio before weightlifting in about 30 minutes. That is not optimal at all. And I want you to think about it like this. Your muscles have glycogen, sugar in other words, or energy, potential energy, stored in their muscles. Now, if you do cardio before weightlifting, you are emptying those stores and leaving not enough stores or energy stores for the actual workout. So instead, what I would suggest is do the workout first, where you need the most energy, then you do the cardio afterwards. The problem with not having enough energy is that you don't lift as heavy, meaning you don't create enough stimulus or as much as you could during the workout, which results in overall less muscle gain. And the third criteria, chaos-proof systemization. His workout is almost daily. This doesn't allow for flexibility, and this is not optimal should you be traveling or just have a really unpredictable schedule. I will say, Jeff's transformation has been absolutely remarkable. Whether he cheated or not is a different debate. Nonetheless, it's remarkable. And what's important to keep in mind is that he is no longer the CEO of Amazon, which means his schedule is completely different. And this will work for him right now because he has more free time. But this won't work for any active executive, high-level director, VP, CEO. They have way less time, deal with way more unpredictability, and this simply won't work. Chances are you've tried one of these splits and it didn't work, or it at least only works when you are at home, when things are smooth sailing, but it doesn't work the moment unpredictability hits. Now let's look at the lazy shredded upgrade. Let's see how we can make this more efficient and effective for the high-level professional. First criteria, minimal time investment. I like saying under 3 hours a week, and that is all you need, backed by science. My two favorite splits are the 3-day 45-minute split, and this is made up of a upper body workout, a lower body workout, and a full body workout. The reason this is so effective is because, according to research, a frequency of 2, meaning hitting a muscle group at least twice a week, shows to be most optimal. And you're doing exactly that with that split, because you have upper body and then full body where you target upper body, and you have lower body and full body where you target lower body. My second favorite split, and actually currently a split I'm doing, is the 5-day 20-minute split. I have my gym right downstairs and I love working out. I love how I feel afterwards, the endorphins hit, I feel amazing, I feel productive. But I don't want to spend 2 hours in the gym. Just going down for 20 minutes, knowing that I'm doing the right things effectively is so liberating, and 20 minutes is something I can fit into my day no matter what. I remember 2 days ago, between meetings, I had about 30 minutes, went down, did my 20-minute workout, came back up, hopped on the next meeting. This not only works, but it also eliminates any excuses you might have. Now you might be wondering, how is this possible? This is possible through a combination of using mainly compound lifts with minimal setup time, so avoiding any barbells, mainly opting for dumbbells and machines, and then using antagonistic supersets. This is just where you combine 2 exercises targeting opposing muscle groups. An example is a chest press with a row. While the one muscle group is working, the other one is resting. Now, if you combine that with criteria number 2, which is science-backed intensity, this will work. What I mean by science-backed intensity is, first of all, really pushing your muscles to or close to failure. Your muscles will only adapt if you give them a reason to adapt. I genuinely believe that this is the biggest reason people don't see the results they want to see. They half-ass the gym. If you don't give your body the necessary stimulus, it will have no reason to grow and adapt. A great way to know that you are pushing yourself is when the reps towards the end of the set start involuntarily slowing down. Additionally, what I mean by science-backed intensity is stretch-mediated hypertrophy. What this is basically maximizing tension when the muscle is fully lengthened. The reason this works is because, think of an elastic. If you stretch an elastic, just by stretching it, there's tension. So the double tension of the weight when the muscle is fully stretched and stretching itself, which creates tension, creates this double stimulus, if you want to call it that, and so resulting in more stimulus, meaning your muscles will grow more or more efficiently. And finally, of course, optimal technique. Technique is crucial to maximizing your results. And the third criteria, chaos-proof systemization. You want to have a workout split, you can flexibly move around your schedule. For example, the 3-day split where we have a upper body, a lower body, and a full body. Should something come up, no worries, you move it to the next day. And you can even do them in that sequence 3 days in a row. Super flexible. Then, of course, if you're a high-level executive, traveling will be part of your schedule. I mean, we even work with airline pilots, airline captains from the world's largest airlines, and they constantly travel. Now, what is the problem? Well, if you know, you know, because you arrive at the hotel gym and you see 2 broken treadmills and 1 dumbbell. I'm exaggerating, but point is that the equipment is not optimal, and more often than not, you are dealing with lighter weights than you can actually already lift. Now, if we go back to the science-backed intensity, intensity is key. So what do you do in these situations? 1, you want to control the negative portion of the exercise a lot more, and you can even pause in the stretched part for 1 second. And because you're doing that, you're increasing overall tension. And if you do this right, you can make those 20-pound dumbbells feel like 50 pounds. And you always want to have dumbbell only or body weight alternatives, because as we know, hotel gyms don't always have the best equipment. And I actually created an entire video just breaking down the 15-minute dumbbell only routine for hotel gyms. Make sure to check that out next, because I break down the why, but also share the entire blueprint. I'll put the link into the description below. You don't need to spend hours in the gym to see great results. It's not about willpower, it's about having a crisis-proof system. Your health is the #1 strategic asset that acts as a multiplier to increase confidence, energy, productivity, and fulfillment in all areas of life. And the path to where your body finally matches your career success is only an investment of 3 days a week of 45 minutes or 5 days a week of 20 minutes. Point is, it takes way less than you could ever imagine. What I'll actually do for you is I'll put the entire 3-day, 45-minute blueprint where I go into the upper body, lower body, and full body workout with all the sets, reps, rest times, etc. I'll put that into the description below. Make sure to check it out. And for travel situations, make sure to check out this video next so you can get an effective workout in no matter where you are. I hope this was valuable, and I will see you in the next one.